That's my first group of guys that were student trainers under me.
Even when Bucky Taylor was a student trainer in high school, he knew concussions were a serious issue.
Our quarterback got knocked into Never Never Land. And I remember very clearly everything to this day, you know, what that young man was going through. It was those type of things that led me to understand that a concussion was more than what we knew at the time.
Bucky went to college at Texas Tech, where coaches learned quickly they could rely on him.
Back in the day, when I went to Tech, there was just one athletic trainer for everything. Like I said, I was fortunate I got paired with Coach Myers, and he wouldn't have anybody but me. I mean, and he would tell you this today.
Those student trainers, particularly Bucky, was better than, and later on we had a couple of full-time trainers. Bucky was better than any of them.
Bucky arrived in Mesquite in 1974 and never left.
He was in the Mesquite paper at the time, ran when I was first hired.
He spent 36 years taking care of student athletes at Mesquite High School. You can't tell Bucky Taylor's story without Dennis Hart, his counterpart at North Mesquite.
A little bit about concussion, a little bit about the law.
Every Friday for 20 years, they've met for lunch.
So we can bounce things off of each other and decompress.
And we decided very early in our career that we would join together and have the same procedures and the same protocols on both sides of town.
And I actually got to meet the lady that actually dissects the brains.
Bucky began researching the effects of concussions late in his career, leading to the creation of a return-to-play policy in Mesquite ISD that no one else was doing, not even college or the NFL.
We were the first school district in the state of Texas to have it. We might have been the first school in the nation to have a set protocol for kids to return to play.
But not only that, but we had every national news network come through and did a little piece.
Mesquite, Texas.
Dan Rather visited Mesquite in 2010 to interview Bucky for a 60-minute special on concussions.
I took care of them the way the standard of care was at the time, but I worried. I mean, it just worried me.
Emboldened by the national attention, Bucky and Dennis began working with state representatives to create a return-to-play policy for public schools in Texas. Natasha's Law went into effect on September 2011, and it's named after me. I've suffered from multiple concussions playing soccer, and all I wanted to do was get back in the game. This law protects athletes like me from returning to play before they're ready.
Before it's all said and done, there were like 32 state associations that adopted some version of our protocol.
And he wasn't just key in making sure that it passed into law. He was key in working hand in hand with us to get this information out, to get the education sources out, to get the PSAs out.
One simple rule with concussions: when in doubt, sit it out.
Mesquite's been good to me, but I think I've been good to it. Mesquite's always afforded me the ability to grow and to prosper and to help young people.